Okay, what we're looking at here is the Code River in Yogyakarta, locally pronounced chode-eh, but it's spelled C-O-D-E, easy to remember. And what we're looking at either side of the river are a series of informal settlements that have been built actually encroaching on the river. And although these communities look very mature, they're likely informal in the sense of not having ownership of the land. This river fluctuates significantly from the wet season to the dry season. If there's significant thunderstorms, as we're going to get in about 30 minutes, you'll see a sudden kind of a flashy response. The water levels can rise half a meter, 1 meter, 2 meters very quickly. And these walls that are on the side are about 2.5 meters high. They've been increased in height by the local community. You can see the flood measurement down here in the corner. So the first marking down near the river, the upper half of the river is 60 centimeters above where we are now at the water level, 120 centimeters, 180 centimeters, 240 on up. So the flood walls are providing about 3 meters of protection, which is fine for any kind of flash flooding that might be 3 meters or lower. The problem comes when the flash flooding is higher than 3 meters. Then all of a sudden these flood walls are not providing any protection, and in fact they're serving to keep the flood waters, after it spills over the flood walls, it serves to keep the flood waters in the community, basically like a pond or a pool. So we see various different measurements here. Obviously flooding is highly on the minds of the locals. What we also see here is a cleanliness campaign run by the local government. I'll just zoom up. It's a bit hard to see. Basically this translates into don't throw your garbage in the river, and then there's the name of the river here, the Code River, symbol for the local environmental authority and the government. So the problem with hello. Bisa. Cukup. Ya. Kali, sungai, chode. Ya.
Are you from England?
Saya dari Kanada.
Oh, dari Kanada.
Ya.
Jauh.
Ya, jauh. Okay, terima kasih, Pak. Well, that was interesting. Just a local man asking me if I could read that sign, and then he asked where I was from, so I told him Canada, and he said, "Oh, very far." Yeah, having flown 24 hours to get here, I can say it's very far. Anyway, back to flooding. So we see another measurement on the other side here, and most of the flood walls are 2.5 to 3 meters. This river was doubly impacted in 2010 by the eruption of Mount Merapi, way off in the distance where those dark clouds are, about 25 kilometers. So Merapi produced millions upon millions of cubic meters of ash, erupted, landed on the sides of the volcano, and then during every rainy season gets flushed into the rivers and makes its way downstream. That then basically raises the level of the river. The river bottom becomes higher and higher and higher, and these flood walls become less and less effective. So it's a long-term problem. The local government has tried to dredge the river, but it's difficult to stay on top of that, especially during flash flood rainy season.